Epic showdown. Alex, Eala, and Chan Hang versus Rakhimova and Sasnovich at Hong Kong Open doubles. The sun hung low over Victoria Harbor, its reflection rippling like gold across the water. By 4 p.m., the crowd at Victoria Park Tennis Stadium was already buzzing, the kind of restless anticipation that only precedes greatness. Tonight wasn't just another doubles match. It was a clash of generations, nations, and destinies. On one side, the fiery Filipino star, AlexEala, barely 20, but already a name that makes headlines across Asia, paired with Chan Hang, the seasoned Taiwanese doubles maestro with a trophy, case that glitters with experience. On the other, the formidable pairing of Kamila Rakhimova and Ali Alexander Sasnovich, two warriors known for their tactical brilliance and unrelenting precision under the bright Hong Kong floodlights. The stage was set for an epic showdown, a collision of raw ambition and refined mastery. East meeting West, youth meeting experience. Two paths converge. Alexa arrived in Hong Kong, riding a wave of confidence. Her fiery run in the recent Asian tournaments had cemented her reputation as one of the sport's brightest young stars. She played with the heart of a fighter, passionate, explosive, fearless. Every forehand she struck carried the dreams of an entire nation. Partnering her was Chan Hang, a veteran whose doubles craft been honed through years of grueling matches on the WTA Tour. Known for her composure and silky net play, Chan was a perfect anchor to Eala storm. They were an unexpected duo, one forged not by design but by destiny. Chan, calm and calculating, brought order to the chaos of double strategy. Eala, in contrast, was instinct, playing from the heart, adjusting in midair, chasing every lost ball. Together, they were a living paradox, fire and frost in perfect harmony. Their opponents, however, were no ordinary team. Kamila Rakhimova, the Russian powerhouse, possessed one of the cleanest two-handed backhands on tour. Her ability to dictate rallies from the baseline made her the engine of the pair. Alexandra Sasnovich from Belarus was the brain, her volley surgical, her reading of the court unmatched. If Eala and Chan were emotion and rhythm, Rakhimova and Sasnovich were calculation and control. The chessboard was ready. The opening notes as the umpire announced time players ready play. The crowd's murmur faded into silence. Eala served first, a lefty slice out wide, perfectly placed. Rakhimova barely reached it, sending a looping return. That Chan cut off at the net for the first winner of the match. 1-0, the stadium erupted. Filipino flags waved beside Taiwanese banners while chants of "Go Alex, Go Chan" echoed from every corner. Rakhimova held firm in the next game, firing down an ace that skidded past Ella's reach. 1-1, but there was a rhythm building, one that favored Eala and Chan. Ella's baseline, power for short returns, and Chan's volleys turned those half chances into winners. Their communication was crisp. A nod here, a glance there. They didn't need words. At 3-2, Eala unleashed a blistering forehand that clipped the baseline. Chan followed it with a sharp intercept at the net. Break point. Then came the rally. 20 shots of fury and finesse. Rakhimova's heavy drives. Ella's counter-punching. Chan darting left and right like a panther. Finally, Sasnovich's backhand sailed just an inch long. Break 4-2. Eala and Chan. The crowd roared like a wave crashing against the Hong Kong shore. They close. Out to set 6-3. Chan sealing it with a dropped volley so delicate it seemed to float in slow motion before landing just out of reach. Eala pumped her fist. Chan smiled faintly. One set down, but they knew the storm wasn't over. The counterattack. Rakhimova and Sasnovich weren't champions by accident. As the second set began, their eyes sharpened, the precision returned. Rakhimova adjusted her tactics, attacking Chan's side to disrupt the flow. Sasnovich, the strategist, began stepping inside the baseline, taking time away from Eala. Suddenly, the momentum shifted. Eala's powerful returns, once landing deep, now found a net. Chan's angles, once perfect, were neutralized by Sasnovich's anticipation. Within minutes, the scoreboard read 4-1 to Rakhimova and Sasnovich. The crowd grew restless. The air thickened, but then as a spark. By defiance, Eala began to roar again. A cross-court rally ensued. The ball bouncing from line to line like a heartbeat. A chasing of forehand slid and whipped a shot so fierce it sent Rakhimova stumbling backward. Chan followed with a spinning overhead that brought the fans to their feet 5-3. The duo fought to 5-4, saving 2 set points with fearless aggression. Yet at the end, Sasnovich's brilliance shone through. She closed a set with a perfectly timed lob over Chan's head. Set 2, Rakhimova and Sasnovich, 6-4. It was now 1 set apiece. The deciding third set, or as the announcer called it, the battle for the bay, the symphony of survival. The third set began under the orange hue of sunset. The harbor lights flickered to life. Every sound, the pop of the ball, the squeak of sneakers, the rhythmic chanting felt amplified like a heartbeat. Eala served with venom, mixing wide angles and body serves. Chan stood, alert at the net, her eyes reading every flick of the wrist from their opponents. The first few games were traded like chess moves, 1-1, 2-2, 3-3. Each rally was a story, one of resilience, patience, and courage. Eala's athleticism was dazzling. She'd chase impossible lobs sliding across the hard court like water. Chan's hands of the net were hypnotic, redirecting power into precision. At 4-4, the turning point came. Rakhimova served. Eala pounced. Her return exploded off a line, forcing an error. Chan intercepted the next volley, drilling it between both opponents. Break point. Then came a moment frozen in time. The pulse of a city outside the stadium. Hong Kong was alive with sound. Car horns, laughter, chatter in multiple languages. At food stalls nearby, locals debated the match as if it were national news. That Eala girl, she's fearless. Chan Hang's touch. At the net, unbelievable in bars, overlooking the harbor. Screams replayed. The final rally on loop. Every shot, every breath, every scream. The story of 2 women who refuse to yield. For Eala, it was another step in a career destined for greatness. For Chan, it was a reaffirmation of legacy, a reminder that experience still mattered in a game ruled by youth. And for Hong Kong, it was a night when sport transcended boundaries, a moment when cultures collided not in conflict, but in rhythm. Epilogue beyond the net. As the night deepened, the stadium lights dimmed and the court lay empty again. But if you stood still, you could still feel it. The pulse of the match, the echo of cheers, the rhythm of racket, striking in unison. AlexEala and Chan Hang had done more than win. They had crafted a story, won a connection, courage, and belief. Tennis at its core is a game of moments. And this one, this heart-pounding, history-making Hong Kong night would be remembered as a chapter in the evolution of Asian tennis. Because when the world looked at that court, it didn't just see 2 athletes winning a match. It saw what happens when passion and experience meet on sacred ground and refuse to lose. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next